What's up, everybody? It's your boy Therese Balboa.
And it's your girl, Lou Sandara. Make sure to write that on your pen and paper.
And you were tuned in to another episode of Two Villains, One Show podcast.
Fuck with a real bitch, sit back with a fake bitch.
Yeah.
The other topics of the
Girl,
topics.
what is so crazy? I feel like ever since we started this podcast, the celebrities have been in hiding. Like, they have definitely been like...
They were asleep for a little second. I was like, bitch.
For sure. So we've basically just been talking about, like, ourselves.
Right.
But before we get into the celebrities, we do gotta do mental health checks. So mentally, Miss Mamas, how are you feeling?
So mentally, Lou Sandara, where is she? She is, she's good,
Okay.
you know. I'm about to be a working girl, start a new job this
Oh my
week.
goodness, that you're gonna be at for 2 months.
Yes, 3 months if they're lucky.
Okay.
So, hold on. This wig is so overstimulating. It's like always like a hair right on my juicy lips.
I love your brown curly wig. Why do you don't wear hair no more?
You talking about, oh wait, you talking about the other one?
Yeah, from New Year's.
Oh, just because like, girl, I have been seeing her too much. I needed a break, but I might bring her out.
Okay.
You know, I might make her do a little 1 2 1 2. Yes. But no, mentally I'm good. Mentally I'm good. Like, God is good. I don't want to work actually, but I'm gonna work. I don't want to work at all. I'm not excited.
Not excited.
But hopefully I can just be blessed with a sugar daddy, or maybe if there's a man out there who's not happy in his marriage, my Instagram is giving.
Okay, girl. So mentally,
I'm not telling your wife. Please don't make me work this job.
Anyways, mentally I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm doing wonderful. I'm at peace in my new home, in my new Caucasian home.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm at peace. I'm very happy. I feel like I've stayed humble and I work really hard to be in this situation. So I'm just being very grateful and very positive and just very humble. Kind of like that motherfucking Real Housewives of Potomac trailer. How did you feel about it?
That Real Housewives of Potomac trailer was very humble, very underwhelming. It needs Candace. Doesn't need Robin, but it definitely needs Candace.
You know what's so crazy? I actually liked the trailer. No, listen.
What was there to like about it?
Listen, what I will say is, don't get me wrong. It's not like a trailer.
Yeah.
It's not like a I can't wait till this come out trailer. But what I would appreciate is, we talked about this. There was a lot of things in the media about the Potomac girls, and I said, well, they need to be filming this. Like, this is what needs to be shown. We talked about, I don't know the names, I don't watch the show, but we talked about the Asian looking one, her sleeping with 2 men. They showed
You talking about the Mia girl?
They talked about Karen and her DUI.
Right.
So they are waking shit up.
This is my thing with the trailer. By the looks of it, do you remember when like Love and Hip Hop New York did that rebrand where they kind of just focus on personal storylines opposed from like in-cast drama? It was
Which season?
This was like season 9
of New York.
So this one they brought Kim Bella back and shit like that right before season 10. But long story short, that's the type of vibe that this is giving me. Like, because...
So you're giving they're going to focus on the girls' individual storylines instead of the girls as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. It's giving more of like, let's really focus on the girls' personal lives rather than like their conflict with each other. And on one hand, like, okay, but then on the actually no, not okay. No, actually not okay, because for a good housewives season, we need the perfect balance of personal storylines and in-group drama, a la Atlanta Housewives season 6. Look, each girl had something crazy going on, but they also had something crazy going on with each other. When you have these like personal storylines, it's like, okay, yeah, that is interesting, but then again, it's like, we still watch Housewives to see bitches have beef as well. And it's just, Candace being gone, you can feel the gap. Like, the whole entire time I was watching the trailer, like, I was stuck in an inhale because I was, like, waiting to exhale. But nothing interesting happened. It was like I was waiting for something to happen.
What I would say, though, I do feel like a show can definitely survive with the main girls all being cool with each other and everybody's personal storylines. But the only thing about it is the personal storyline have to be good. And because Love and Hip Hop is good for that.
Exactly, really that is true.
Love and Hip Hop at its prime was wonderful for
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Everybody had it's like the supporting cast carried the drama. No, the main girls never really had drama with each other. They were all fighting supporting cast members.
Yes.
They were trying to say something.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 1, perfect example of what he's talking about. So like the girls didn't really beef; it was the individual. But that's the thing.
Even with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the best season of the franchise, the main girls didn't really have issues with each other. It was like those support. It's like I really truly believe that supporting cast is so good they had to make them main girls.
Right.
Like Masika was never even a main girl.
Exactly, she was.
But she was a supporting cast member. But the storyline was so.
But the issue,
good.
but that just like you said, if you're gonna follow the format of let's dig into personal storylines, they need to be juicy. The Mia with the 2 men thing, unless they're gonna be physically fighting, like it needs to get interesting. Like there's no drama with it.
Yeah.
Like. And then Karen with the DUI, okay, cool, but like, you know, Karen's gonna act coy, the girls are gonna try to pick on her. Honestly, they really could have fired Giselle and kept Candace. Because Candace is over there pregnant. Storyline. What the hell is Giselle doing? If Giselle cannot tear down somebody's husband for a season, she has nothing to do. Nothing to do.
Child. Well, let's get into some real celebrities.
Yes.
Girl. Beyonce got 0 nominations.
What, at the VMAs?
No, at the Country Awards, the CMAs. And I am absolutely mind blown that Beyonce got 0 nominations. Now, a lot of people say, well, she's not a country artist. She made a country album. And before you sit there and say, well, the album didn't sound like country, you can't even name 5 country songs. So honestly, you should shut the fuck up.
Let's start there.
Let's just start there. Secondly, when it comes to people like Shabuzi and the Taylor Girl, and other black country artists who have only doing black country, I'm not saying that they don't deserve their nominations that they got. What I'm saying is y'all can't sit here and say that Beyonce did not create a wave with releasing a country album and got those black artists recognized. Because please name 5 black mainstream country artists. Yeah, I was going back and forth with a few people online. They're basically saying like, oh, Shabuzi been making music. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve his nominations, but what I'm saying is stop acting like Beyonce didn't create a fucking wave.
Beyonce is Cowboy Carter. That had impact in the country music genre. So how are y'all not gonna nominate her? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, especially if you're going to nominate the artist that, you know, she highlighted and the artist who benefited from the impact that her album created. It's something about. It's like, how can I say it? They didn't nominate her out of like a pride thing, out of like an ego thing. It's like something against a black woman.
Which proves exactly why she made the album in the first place.
Exactly.
Y'all proved her right by not nominating her for no award.
Thank you. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say.
But y'all not taking nothing from her, but at the end of the day, she's still Beyonce.
Right. She doesn't need a country music award a nomination. She doesn't need a nomination ever again in fucking life. She hasn't needed a nomination for the last 10 years. Girl, these nominations was play candy for her ass. But y'all not nominating her just goes to show like I don't want to say rooted in racism. I want to say it's definitely rooted in racism, but it's like something bigger. Like 2016, she performed Daddy Lessons, and they had a problem with that. It's like y'all just have a problem with this strong black.
Y'all just don't want black people to be in country music.
And Beyonce,
y'all white asses stay trying to make. Every year we get a white artist that becomes mainstream. We get a #1. Jack Harlow. Before that was Logic. Before that was MGK. Like every year.
Exactly. That's the thing. They don't want black people. That's what it is. At the end of the day, they don't want black people in country music. But if they were to not nominate any black country artist, then the racism would be on the goddamn wall. So instead of punishing all of the black country artists, we're gonna punish the source. It's because of you that we have to nominate a Shabuzi. Do you see what I'm saying? I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Period.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rock Nation, Kendrick Lamar announced that he is going to be performing for the halftime show for Super Bowl. And
so does Rock Nation like control the Super Bowl? Is that what it is?
Okay, so years ago when they were doing like the kneeling on one knee thing because of the whole racism thing, basically people had like was not fucking with the NFL.
Right.
And the NFL had to do some damage control when it came to basically trying to get people back on board. Jay-Z basically was just like, okay, well, I will take over the halftime show if y'all, like, it was some type of contract. Well, basically, Rock Nation, Jay-Z picks who perform.
Not on my lip gloss. Oh my god.
Girl, we're in the middle of.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, Jay-Z controls the halftime show.
Yeah.
Like, he picks who performs.
Right.
So people really upset that Kendrick Lamar got picked, and they were upset because it's in New
Orleans and Lil Wayne's involved.
First of all, y'all are dumb as fuck, and let me tell you why. Since when did the halftime performer was based off what city they went to? That's never been a thing.
And they've done the Super Bowl in New Orleans before.
Multiple times.
And Lil Wayne wasn't involved in those. So.
Like, I'm just confused. First of all, he's a Trump supporter. And he
is
and he doesn't believe Black Lives Matter. So the fact that y'all are standing up for this man, he don't need to stand up for y'all, is absolutely ridiculous. And this is why y'all fell as a fucking culture. Let's start there.
And y'all know I go up for Nicki, down. I don't play when it comes to Queen Nicki. Okay, New York, stand the fuck up. Barbie dangerous. But Nicki, come here. I don't know why you're stepping up for Wayne. Why you're stepping up for Drake.
When they have never
stood up for you.
Publicly. We don't know what behind the scenes.
We don't give a fuck about what they did behind the scenes. Because
publicly, they have never stood up for you.
They weren't doing shit to...
They have never stood up for you.
Behind the scenes, they weren't doing shit to mitigate the hate train and calm that the hell down. They definitely weren't. And in front of the scenes, Wayne was getting swollen on perks, and Drake was bringing Cardi out on stage. So I don't know why.
Why you stand up for people? It's just like a girl. I don't know.
And Lil Wayne needs like a lymphatic drainage, like a water pill, something. He doesn't need to be
very
on
much
a Super Bowl
something.
stage.
He don't need to be on a Super Bowl stage. And you got to think about it. It's Super Bowl. Super Bowl is very whitewashed. Please name a song that Lil Wayne's gonna be able to perform. Have you listened to his lyrics? Read the words. Type in 5 Lil Wayne songs, read the lyrics, and tell me how he's going to perform that on Super Bowl, on national television. Next. So, let's get into Nicki versus Beyonce.
Can we get into Nicki versus Beyonce?
I love Nicki down, but girl, what?
Nicki versus Beyonce, I put it on the list with question marks because I feel like it's a beef that y'all want to exist, but it's not going to exist.
I think it does because she said, she was talking shit about Jay-Z, and then she said, and watch out, because now he's about to give y'all another something, so y'all can sympathize for some female.
So
at the Grammys, he gave a speech saying why Beyonce deserves Album of the Year.
Oh, so when she says some female, they feel like this is...
It's not Megan, because he's never publicly gave a speech about sympathizing for Megan. He's only done that for Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
And it's just, my thing is like...
But I don't think that Nicki has a direct issue with Beyonce whatsoever. I think if anything, Beyonce is collateral damage. I feel like...
I think it's Rock Nation. I think when Azila Banks months ago said the real reason Nicki and Megan are beefing has nothing to do with that motherfucking baby. It has nothing to do with Cardi. It has to do with the fact that Megan has a position that Nicki wanted with Rock Nation.
Yeah. Wait. No. Wait.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, this is the thing. We won't go to Nicki. We won't do that. We won't do that. We won't do that. We won't do that. But what I will say is, Nicki versus Beyonce would be a very boring beef.
Yeah, because Beyonce's never gonna respond.
Exactly. Y'all want this beef to happen so bad, and it will have devastating impact because it's gonna divide the whole industry the same way Nicki and Cardi divided the whole female rap industry. But it's gonna be boring as hell because it's gonna be Nicki.
It's never gonna give Nicki versus Cardi or Nicki versus Megan.
It's gonna be Nicki yelling at a damn wall and Beyonce literally selling a perfume and acting like nothing's going on. and she'll probably do like a wink or something, and that'll be the biggest response we'll get from her. Beyonce's form of responding is like, remember when she said Badu, 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 and everybody was like she was shading Erykah Badu? That's how Beyonce responds. That's the most we're gonna get.
Like when Khalees complained that she didn't get paid for the sample, but she didn't own the song, so how did you get paid for the sample? And so Beyonce just took the sample out of the song.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it, babe. Like, nobody's getting paid.
But, and even though that's a boss move, that's boring. There's no drink throwing in that. There's no subtweets in that.
Yeah.
So sure. It's just kind of like,
it's not gonna give.
It's not gonna give.
Okay, so last week we did talk about Megan and how she was gonna host the VMAs, and you said that she was born and had no personality. Yes. So how do you feel now?
Oh well, you know the show was cute.
It was cute.
Yeah, Glorilla actually had a better performance.
Oh wait,
the host of the night.
You said performance?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put the clip in. Last week you said when we talked about Megan don't bring up performance, talk about hosting.
Wait, okay.
And I actually took a screenshot, 2 of them, right here.
What is that?
It says the 2024.
I can't see
No,
that.
I'm gonna read it. It's okay. The 2024 VMA saw an 8% increase in viewership from last year, according to Nielsen data. It marks the
Nielsen data, an unreliable source. I've heard Nielsen.
Give me 1 second. It said it marks the biggest audience in 4 years with 4.08 million viewers. And before you say anything, I just want to give you the amount of viewers. So 2021 was 3.7 million. Okay, 2022 was 3.9 million, a 5%. Last year was 3.78 million, so it went down 3%. This year was 4.1 million, so it went up.
What went up?
The viewership.
The viewership.
Yeah. Then last year, who was the host last year again?
Listen, when you have Rock Nation money, you have money to pay for bots. You have money to pay for bots. So they have something called streaming and bot farms. So this is not true.
This is television, man.
They turned on the TV at the bot farm. They turned the TV on at the bot farm.
With cable, so they pay.
Well, they have to sleep and eat there to keep streaming the songs. So they had television and they turned it on. This is a part of the package.
Are you making an excuse because you lost?
No.
Again, because last week you said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the hosting. And the hosting is giving the numbers I clocked in.
The propaganda against Nicki Minaj is why a lot of people. Rock Nation paid local bars to play the VMAs. There were local bars around the city. I have a reliable source.
Okay.
Rock Nation was paying local bars around the United States of America to put on the VMAs.
Okay.
And then...
Did you watch the VMAs?
Yes. No, I did not. I did not watch the VMAs.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. I did not watch that bullshit. I did not watch that bullshit.
Before Lucy and I debate for 10 years, let's talk about another debate.
What?
Donald Trump and Kamala Harris.
Donald. Do you know Donald is a Gemini?
Cats and dogs.
Donald is Gemini.
Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
See this, I'm gonna say this, and we're not gonna talk about this long. Because you know I'm very passionate about politics. I actually got into it with one of my coworkers today, and I called him a racist fat bitch today. And I'm gonna tell you that story. I'm gonna tell you that story too. The reason why I don't like Trump and I don't like Trump supporters is because he's dumb as fuck, and you can't give me a logical reason why you vote for him. Because he's so fucking ignorant and so fucking stupid. You can't sit here and tell me you feel like that man should be our president.
At all.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because today at work, me and this girl was talking about politics. She was like, you know, like how would you feel if I say I vote for Trump? And I was like, you know, I said maybe you can have a civilized conversation, but I can't really fuck with you after the fact because I do feel like all Trump supporters are ignorant and it's based on racism. And she was just like, so you're gonna vote for the other girl? And I was like, you mean Kamala? She said, look, she said, yeah. I said, why do y'all act like y'all can't pronounce her name? And she said, well, it's not that I can't pronounce it, just my accent messes it up. And then a white, fat, bad body felon who does drugs and has fucking outbreaks because he's going through withdrawal decided to butt in the conversation and say, well, we really don't even want to pronounce it. And I said, because you're ignorant as fuck. And he said, we're not ignorant. I said, but you are. It's either you're ignorant or you're dumb and you don't know how to pronounce 3 syllables.
Stop trying to act like her name is Ashwagandha.
Which proves y'all are ignorant as fuck and y'all are racist because you're so ignorant to the fact that you act like you can't even pronounce someone's fucking name.
Hello? Like,
you're racist. You're just racist.
It's rooted in racism because it's 3 syllables. But then they want to talk about being the most educated. They want to act like they love trying to, you know, walk around with their Harvard, Stanford education, but you cannot.
They're not word monkeys, but you can't pronounce 3 syllables. Girl, whatever. Anyways, so register the fucking vote. How about that?
Register the vote. Let's start there. Because a lot of these girls don't even register to vote.
And I literally been talking about politics every day because we do have a lot of young people at my job, and I feel like they're the people that we really need to register to vote.
Yeah, the young people have been really tuned in.
I've been talking to them every day and trying to tell them the reasons why, and I'm getting through people. Like one boy, one day he literally said, "I don't care about politics; it got nothing to do with me." And then the next day we was having a whole conversation about it. He's like, "You know what? This makes sense." So I'm slowly getting into it. You know me; I love talking about politics, anti-drugs, and colorism, and HIV stigma. Those 4 things. Girl, I'm gonna debate you on to the motherfucking rim.
She's in her philanthropy era.
Girl, got to. But I did want to get into. Did you see the sneak peek to Carisha Please season 2? Like she showed like people that she's having as guests, and there's a rumor that Kamala Harris is one of the people. Now let me tell you something. If Carisha pulled that, if it's done the right way.
What the hell are Carisha and Kamala gonna talk about? Now, Kamala.
Politics.
Carisha.
Yes.
Politics?
Yes, bitch. Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. Stop. That is a problem with y'all. Why do y'all feel like you have to be a
Carisha is not educated.
Lou, listen to me. Why do you feel like a person has to have a certain personality or have a certain characteristics to be a part of politics? We are all in this world. We are all affected. Whether you're ghetto or bougie, you're affected by politics. So you can't sit here and say because Young Miami is from the ghetto and she pronounced her words a certain way and she likes to get on her head and shake her ass that she shouldn't give a fuck about politics. Because if every bitch that did that didn't give a fuck about politics, our whole friend group would be voting. Because bitch, we all be on our head, shaking our ass on couch, drinking positive.
Okay, listen, Therese Luther King. That is not what I'm saying.
Okay, wait. Yes. Explain what the fuck you say. Because
I know you like Young Miami. I know that's your girl. So I knew you were gonna take it there and work that angle. There's a certain level of intelligence you need to have to carry a conversation about politics. And the thing about it is, if Young Miami was actually somebody who was smart, okay. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying she's completely stupid, but if she actually was like I said, intelligent enough, she would be able to actually hold a conversation. A lot of the time when she does these interviews, it's not necessarily an interview where she's asking questions of any type of substance. It's just more of like a girl talk where they're just talking about whatever. And most of the time, the conversations are primarily sexual.
Okay.
So I've never heard Young Miami actually have a conversation with a fluid thought that existed outside of the context of something that was not sexual or financial or something about what she raps about.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. 2 things. 1, this is her 2nd season. You don't know what she's doing. She's probably upping her show because her show has a bigger budget, has a bigger viewership. So
it's not about the show. It's about her brain. Is she reading books?
Let me finish. Okay. So you don't know what type of energy she's coming off of. Okay. And for 2, if it takes Young Miami to be the one to influence people like Young Miami to vote, that's what we need to do. What you have to understand, you have to meet people where they're at. There's bitches that can talk to Kamala, but there's a lot of bitches that are not going to watch that interview. People that watch Young Miami is going to watch that interview, and maybe when you see someone like Young Miami standing in front of Kamala Harris, you then can relate to that, and you can understand why politics are important, and you also need to vote. You have to meet people where they're at, and a lot of people are where Young Miami is. So if it takes Young Miami to be the influence, that's what the fuck we need. Or Trump's gonna be in his office giving police immunities so they can shoot us on our fucking head and nothing happened. And we're gonna go to the next topic because you're pissing me off. Alright, this is the last 2 topics anyway, so we're good. Okay guys, we had to take a little break. Got a little heated. I just want to say I love my sister.
Oh no, I love you. Give me
I love
kiss.
you too. Mwah. Okay, so we have 2 more topics.
Yes.
Can we get to Shannon Sharp?
Oh yeah. So what happened with him? It was an IG live or something?
So apparently he accidentally got on IG live while he was having sex. So you don't actually see the video, you just hear the sound.
Yeah.
And people are saying it's a scam and it wasn't real. And do you remember him getting, there was pictures of him and this gay boy at games?
Yeah.
And apparently that was his stylist.
Yeah.
Well, the stylist came out and said that he actually got fired. And that he says the whole IG live is a scam. It's a publicity stunt. He was like, you have to click on Instagram, click on your story, swipe it over to live, and then click go live.
Hello.
To get online. So how do you accidentally get online?
Let's really wake it up though. You really do have to.
You do have to
take a lot of steps.
You do have to. Now, what I would say is, it could be possible that they were making videos and he was recording on the Instagram camera, because someone did tell me that the Instagram camera is more clear.
Yeah, that is true.
That is, so maybe they were, and then he put it down, and then maybe he, and it.
Making videos at your big ass age. You're 50 making sex tapes, at 50.
I would like to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he is an attractive man.
He is an attractive man.
No, I'm not gonna turn him down. No.
Do you think it was a publicity stunt? I don't get that from Shannon Sharp though.
Yeah, that's
and I don't see him needing that.
I don't see him because he's not like a sex symbol.
He's not a sex symbol. His show, Club Shay Shay, is doing fairly well. Yeah. He is very illiterate. I used to say Young Miami is. He's very illiterate. He's terrible.
Very illiterate.
He's terrible at
He sounds like a runaway slave. He sounds like his ancestors did not get the right to read or write or whatever. That boy is dumb. Like
that ball saved his life.
Okay, that
football saved his life. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see that. Now I don't see him being a clout chaser, but who is a clout chaser? It's NLE Choppa.
Oh yes, because she wants to act like a back alley bottom for a Billboard 100. Girl, first of all, you knew exactly what the hell you were doing when you tweeted "I'm coming out." And then, of course, everybody fed into it as dumbass hoes, bitch. I knew what it was from the jump. And then he came around and said, oh, I never said I was gay. First of all, everybody knows coming out. Bitch, because I was about to do a whole history lesson, but what we're not gonna do is act dumb and play stupid. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes, and that's what the fuck you got, because your music is still what? Not top chart topping. But you're topping, allegedly.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna wake something up, and you're gonna be shocked. We're gonna be shocked where I'm gonna turn this to.
Okay.
Y'all internalized homophobia is motherfucking sick, because the way y'all support NLE Choppa but y'all drag Lil Nas X really blows me. Because y'all will sit there and say Lil Nas X is a clout chasing, attention seeking ass faggot when he does stuff, but yet you have NLE Choppa gay baiting and y'all are silent as fuck. What blows my mind is y'all are so thirsty for male attention, and the second a man has masculinity in him, y'all get on your knees and y'all suck his dick so hard to the fact that y'all ignore that you have a black gay male that is doing the same thing, but actually representing y'all motherfuckers, y'all dumb, dirty, dusty ass bitches. Blows my fucking mind. How can you sit here and drag Lil Nas X to filth for the things that he does, and then turn around and praise NLE Choppa? Now let me tell you something. I don't have an issue with NLE Choppa. I think he's getting money from y'all dumb faggots because y'all are thirsty as fuck, and every time somebody is quote unquote heterosexual, y'all just act like y'all are dumb as fuck and never had a dick a day in y'all life. And this is coming from someone that only talks to a particular certain type of nigga, and if you know, you know. But it's just like, y'all are ridiculous. It's not Lil Nas X's fault that he is young and in his prime, he's attractive, and you're old, and you never got to live in your truth, and you have a big back, so you can't wear the small tight things that he does. That's not his fault. It's not his fault that even though you came out, you still want the
When it comes to Lil Nas X though, hold on. Yeah. Okay, Because I'm with you. Because the gays do go up for the gay for pay straight passing gays. Okay, so when it comes to Lil Nas X though, that's not the argument that we're gonna. Because
it's the same thing.
This is hold on. Because what the girls are trying to do is they're trying to say like, oh, okay, what NLE Choppa is doing is wrong and yada yada yada. But I feel like what a lot of the girls are doing is saying like, see, y'all will support NLE, but y'all won't support Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is not being supported because the girl was very inconsistent with the way she released the music. And when it comes to Lil Nas X, I feel like the reason why she does not get the LGBT support is because she is a gimmick and she is not authentic. When it even came to her whole coming out situation, that was a part of the rollout for her first EP. Because remember when she came over Old Town Road, it was murmurs about her sexuality, but we didn't know for sure. And then when she dropped her first EP, I think it was called 7, at the end of Pride Month, Global Pride Day, that's when she came out. Okay, so you're using your coming out as a gimmick. And then she did not really start embracing her feminine side with the heels and the twerking until Saucy was, you know, in her sauce, hitting her peak. Saucy's not that girl anymore.
Girl, what?
Hold on.
Ain't nobody checking for no fucking Saucy Santana,
so
bitch.
there was a point, there was a...
So you didn't tell me Lil Nas X
was never going to be made... Hold on, bitch. Saucy was never going to be mainstream, but... There was a point, at a point in time, walking like a dog, walk, all that. Saucy was the hot. So
you didn't tell me Lil Nas X came out and they got gayer for some reason. You think it's a gimmick? I feel like every guy that comes out starts off masculine and then eventually they get gayer because they now can show that side. Is that
bullshit?
That is true.
That's not the fucking truth.
Bitch, that is motherfucking true.
No, it's
literally, you start a certain way, and then when you finally come out, you are slowly gonna get into your feminine ways.
So now you're gonna start highlighting and contouring? Absolutely.
What is wrong with that?
No, because it wasn't authentic.
Y'all wanted to fuck Lil Nas X, and the second y'all found out he wasn't the top, y'all got mad.
That is not what happened. No, she likes to use her sexuality as a gimmick.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. Even with the Montero thing, I'm dancing with the devil because I'm gay. Anytime this bitch wants to get vulnerable with something, it's a oh well because I grew up gay because I am gay. First of all, girl, you're masculine. So when you were growing up gay, nobody knew that you were gay unless you said that you were gay. So shut it up, bitch. So yeah. For her kissing that dude at the BET Awards, that was a goddamn.
How is that? Britney Spears did that with Christina Aguilera and Madonna 20 fucking years ago. Y'all didn't say shit. Shut the fuck up.
Because that was a part of their brand. That was a part of their brand. That was a part of their brand. When Britney, Christina, and Madonna did it, they were sexual beings. They were fluid. That was just a part of who.
So you're saying that they can be sexual, but Lil Nas X can.
Lil Nas.
So a white woman can be sexual. A white woman can be sexual.
Here we go.
But Lil Nas X can.
You sound like Nicki Minaj. you sound like you're doing what you don't want Nicki to be doing because it's not about black or white thing. It's because Lil Nas X is not authentic. She's a fraud.
Oh my god, girl.
She's a fraud.
We finally have someone.
And she wasn't consistent when she dropped music. She dropped Montero, didn't drop nothing for 8 months.
She had a whole era and then she stopped that era and then went silent and now she's in her new era. You
don't get to go silent. You're a new artist. That's why people are not supporting you.
That era was lasted for 2 years. Did she wait too long? Yes, but that's not. Old Town Road from Montero was from 19 from 2021. That's 2 years.
Lil Nas X,
and then she went on tour.
Lil Nas X and NLE Choppa are the same trade from the same cloth. If you really want to wake it up, they're both using the femme gaze for profit. They're both using their masculinity to profit. So that's why when it comes to
you just said you don't act masculine no more.
Let me tell you something.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
Exactly.
You shut the fuck up. Fuck NLE and fuck Lil Nas X. Fuck both you back alley bombs. Y'all can be masked for masked with each other. How about that?
Anyways, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Two Villains, One Show podcast.
Yes.
I am Therese Balboa.
I am Lou Sandara.
And we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. This was a great debate,
yes,
sister. We knew this episode was going to be good.
It was so Kamala and Trump. Ah, yes.
You're Trump.